Welcome, geeks, gamers, and ninjas, and robots, and ninja robots. This is HorsePLAY Live. Trying to do the Obi hype, and that it's not hype enough probably. And Being a Hat already says not enough dubstep for him, so the hype is fading. I'm sorry, but this is HorsePLAY Live, folks, and we're here. We're live. We're live and uncut, and it's gonna be crazy tonight because it's gonna be less supervision for me tonight. So I apologize in advance. But tonight is Thursday, May 14th, 2015. This is episode 74, tentatively titled LOL, Smite, Heroes of the Storm, and Dota 2 Fist Fight, Part 2. I probably would change it when it actually goes up on iTunes, Digital, and TuneIn Radio, and Zune, all that stuff. But before we get to my usual rants, and the fun is ahead in this episode, I'm joined by someone that you might know. Someone not a normal or regular host on the show, but is certainly a friend to us all, and an important part of the gang, the Geeky Antics crew, Morganafreya.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And it's funny because I'm reading the parts that are usually, the bits that are usually by Obi, and I'm about to introduce myself.
Nice.
Someone you might know, everyone's favorite filthy hardcore casual, YogiZilla. How you doing, Yogi? Oh no, he goes, how you doing, big man? What's up? And that's the way the bit's gone lately.
That's right. You have to fill both sides of this now.
I know, if I do that, I might get an identity crisis, you know?
I think so.
I'm very much a method actor, so if I start getting into the role, I'll never break out of it, you know? It's like the person
that would be scary. Yeah, no.
That I can't take on any like really racy parts. Like I can't be the zombie because then I might actually start liking brains, and that's awkward. Never fun at parties when people try to like open up your head, tap in.
Yeah,
there.
right.
Now Albie's like, now that the show started, I'm gonna make those chimichangas. We got Robbie Handro in the house, who just had a baby. If you guys been keeping up with the show, and not just our show, but also the Worst Radio Show. That's who, by the way, they're now part of the Geeky Antics Network. Finally got them to come over to the dark side. So congrats again, Robbie. And we're glad you can make it. I know you've been super busy. Being a parent is a full-time job and a thankless one, but it's very rewarding in its own way. Hey, how's your week been?
Busy. Very busy. And sick.
I know. And last night I noticed I actually went to sleep early, which for me is like 2 or 3 in the morning. And you guys were still on the TeamSpeak, I think.
When, last night?
I want to say, yeah.
Yeah.
It's break night. You broke night, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I was streaming last night because I missed quite a few streams this week because I was so sick, and then last night I decided I had to stream because I knew that tonight was Geeky Antics night, and I can't stream anymore till Monday, so I was like, I have to stream, and then then Obi came in and we started playing games, and we were up all night.
Carpe diem, seize the day. It's important. It's very easy to put stuff off. God knows I'm a procrastinator sometimes, so.
I am a horrible procrastinator. I do everything at the last freaking minute, and then I'm stressed, and yeah.
I'm the same way, but like it depends what it is. Like certain things, when I'm under the gun, I do better than when the urgency's not there. But there's certain things that I have to take care of them as they're happening because I don't want to deal with it when it piles up. For example, dishes. I talk about that often on the show. It's kind of one of my OCD thing. If I see a bunch of like dishes caked up with grease and crust sitting there there wasn't even a rudimentary attempt to rinse them off properly. Oh, I scream inside.
I wish.
The blood pressure goes up. No. See, don't get me wrong. If you have a bunch of people over and you have a big dinner, that's gonna be a mess. You're gonna have pots and pans, fine. And I try to take care of as much of it as possible while I'm cooking or whatever, or when I'm cooking at least. I can't say what everyone else does. When it's my turn to cook, I'm trying to take care of it as I go along. But I'm talking about like someone uses a cup, throws it in the sink. What did you drink in there? Water? Rinse it off and then put it aside. Or worse, milk, and then the milk sits there in the heat, and it gets all nasty and sticky.
Oh, the milk one. Yeah, that's gross.
So, hey, have you been keeping up with any of the comic book shows by chance?
No, I'm bad about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big TV person. I don't know if you've.
Yeah, I don't watch TV at all. I pretty much watch Twitch 24/7.
Yeah, and even that I've kind of because I'm the bandwidth thing. I'm trying to play it safe until I find out for sure if Comcast is actually playing ball and following the law. But we'll see. Surcharges for data usage. Oh my god.
Yeah, when are you gonna find out about that?
We'll see next bill.
When does that come?
You call Comcast. If you call Comcast and ask them a question, and it's something that's not addressed on their website, you talk to 5 different people. Each of those 5 people will give you a different answer. I tweeted Comcast cares at Comcast cares. Like, I just want a confirmation if you guys finally caught up with the rest of the world and got rid of your horrible data usage, data allowance charges. And the guy DMs me and says, "Are you having trouble with your internet?" I'm like, the question was pretty clear. So I said, "Yeah, I'm just curious about your policy changes regarding data usage, data allowances, and overage charges." Pretty clear. I'm not using any fancy words. This is jargon they should be familiar with. Herpaderp. That's my response. Herpaderp.
Yeah.
I'm translating, of course. But yeah, Comcast is the devil. But yeah, I'm gonna go back into that. But anyway, the reason I bring up the comic book shows is because I'm really behind on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I hear that just had the season finale, and I hear it's really good. So I need to. I don't watch much TV, but when I do, it's usually marathon sessions. But I did get to watch the Flash season finale. Actually, no, the Arrow season finale. That's definitely done for now until fall, I believe. And season 4 might be the last season. I believe Mark Guggenheim said that there'll only be 4 seasons. And I can kind of see it. Like, it feels like the show's running out of steam. Like, I don't know where they're going to go from here. I'm trying not to spoil it, but maybe next time, if everybody's caught up, we'll talk about it. And then the Flash.
I'm usually like a year behind because if I watch something, it's usually on Netflix. So.
So you really marathon watch it then?
Yeah. Well, I just figure none of us watch enough TV, so why even pay for it?
Yeah. Yep.
We all watch. I mean, my kids watch YouTube or they watch Netflix. I watch Netflix or Twitch. I don't watch TV, so I'm not gonna pay for it.
Well, the only reason I even got cables because Comcast suckered me into it. Because that's the only way I could have gotten a cheaper internet package for better service. And then, okay, then maybe I'll go back to that dark place. But, now that we have it, it's kind of cool. But it's such a gimmick, it's such a trap. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, all that stuff's way better for the consumer, at least. But the Flash, guys, that was not the Flash season finale. There's actually one more episode next week, if I'm not mistaken. Arrow's taking a break for now. And the Flash, they showed the preview for the next episode. There's actually more, because that didn't feel complete. It felt like there could have been more. So, yeah, there's still going to be a lot more coming to the Flash. Well, one more episode. I think they're going to pack a lot of quality in there. And the other show that's actually worth mentioning is iZombie. If you like Veronica Mars, if you like Nancy Drew type things, yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I kind of get a feeling of like Veronica Mars, Buffy. I don't know. Yeah, I think those 2 shows probably maybe a little bit more of other aspects in there, but it's got a nice little feel to it. Definitely recommend it. Oh,
May have to look at them.
Tyclaw is asking if we've seen the preview for the Legends of Tomorrow, the Arrow Flash spin-off series. No, not yet. I try to stay away from the previews. I rather just go into it fresh, no expectations, because too much hype and I tend to be disappointed when it comes out. Though they did say Agents of Shield renewed for season 3. Woohoo! They also are bringing back Agent Carter, which I really like because it's got that whole, 1950s kind of feel to it, and I kind of like that era. And women were very classy, sexy but classy. I don't know, there's something about it that I like. It's kind of like that. What's that? That pinup girl that everybody always talks about, Betty Page. I like that little look. It's like, wow. But so that's coming back. But they were teasing a spin-off for Agents of Shield, where Hunter and Bobby would have their own show. I'm glad they're not going with that. That got scrapped, so they're gonna stay on Agents of Shield because I love the characters. They're fantastic and they have a great dynamic, and the sexual tension between them is fantastic. But I don't want them leaving the Shield universe and going and doing their own things. I think it'd be too much to sustain. So Hobby Dumbledore has chimichangas and beer. He says too much hype for Arcade. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about that. Major disappointment. But isn't that MMO? Last I checked. You can't spend much for MMO.
Yeah. Arcade is MMO, but they give too much hype for so many games. It's not even funny. I mean, the hype right now for like Witcher 3 is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to it at the same point. I'm avoiding all the ads. I'm going to make my own decision on the game when it comes out. So
well, here's the thing. If you like high fantasy worlds, right? And you like a strong narrative, you like blood and guts. I mean, if you like fantasy, just period, it can't disappoint. They have to really mess it up badly. Like I'm talking about Evolve or Assassin's Creed Unity launch or GTA 5 launch bad.
Yeah.
For them to not deliver on that, I mean, it's like Game of Thrones but interactive. And it definitely has all the sex in there too.
Yeah.
But Being a Hat is asking if iZombie's any good because the ads for it are cringeworthy. Yeah, the ads don't do it justice. It's a fun show. It's very lighthearted, but it's got some dark themes in there. It's a cool premise. I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much without it'll spoil it away. It'll kind of spoil it, but it's not a zombie show because it's not what you would expect. It's a whole different take. So there's zombies in it. So if you just by default like zombie stuff, then that's a good reason to check it out. But it's not a typical survival kind of thing. Yeah, and Janelle, I don't know where she is. I think she's just burning
missing.
out. What's that?
Said everybody's missing.
I know. And I reached out to her today and yesterday. So it's not like I didn't check in. I try to make sure, the week's going all right. But, life happens. I'm a little jelly right now because right now is where we're heading. And then, I love your company, Morg. But right now I'm looking at the Heroes of the Storm channel that we have on TeamSpeak. And there's people in there playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go in there. I could switch in there real quick and be like, hello, guys, and then go back out. Nah, that'd be silly. So anyway, tonight on the show, we're going to attempt to blaze through gaming news and whatnot. We'll highlight the latest and future updates to Heroes of the Storm. Yep. You see a theme here.
Yay.
We might share some questions that were on Ask FM for everybody to ponder and hopefully send us some voicemail